The 120 Carbon is an all-mountain sport and marathon bike, which shares several parts of the bike with a 96 cross-country racing. The chainstay unit, including the main pivot location up to the dropout, is the same part like used on the 96. But we have a completely different location of the rocker link. And these bikes with 120mm front and rear simply are the perfect all-round bikes for almost every purpose, starting from enthusiast marathon up to sporty training, even to heavy off-road use in the Alps. The challenge for the development of the 120 Carbon is that we had been able to drop the frame weight about really impressive 900 grams, so the carbon version, even keeping the same stiffness as the super stiff aluminum one, is 900 grams less, or with other words, it's just 130 grams more as a 96 Carbon, which is one of the lightest cross-country racing bikes in the world. The geometry of the bike is of course different, because we have more suspension travel, and especially if you use a travel you need different angles. So the head tube angle is 69 degrees versus 70.5, which we have at the 96. We have a quite low bottom bracket for a 120mm bike to have a low center of gravity for good control in the corners, and all the other angles are very similar to our cross-country racing bikes.
This is one of the bikes everybody can ride. You can use it for just small rides in the mountains. You can go just even in some forest on some gravel roads. You can have fun on single trails. If you are not a specific biker for free ride and big drops and everything, you can use this really light bike for everything. It's really quiet in the downhills. We have not so steep angle here. It's more like this. So you feel comfortable on it, you can sit on the bike, and it's not nervous in the downhills. And I think it's a good bike for every biker, because you sit on it, you put your seat like you want, and you feel comfortable. But the bike is really stiff for 120mm. It's even more stiff than the 96 bike, and I think that makes it really fast also in uphills. And if you have a 120mm bikes with 10.5 kilo, that's great, because you can still do any marathons. For a really rough course, I could imagine that you could be faster with this bike than with a 96.